We're going to revisit those seesaw exercises that we did. So just to remind you, that was when we did these exercises. And now we're going to talk about why they're important for your string crossing. So go to play position. And we're going to go to the middle of our bow, right here in the middle. And we're going to seesaw. The point of this is to change your strings to string cross quietly. So you don't want to hear a lot of creaks, and you don't want to hear any bouncing. You want to smoothly string cross at the center of your bow. And now we're going to take it to the tip. We're going to do the same thing, and it's going to feel different. So you're going to have to string cross at different points in your bow, and you should be comfortable doing that wherever you need to. And now let's take it to the balance point. It's a lot easier to see that I'm not doing this with my bow. Everything is moving up as a unit. When I go up and I string cross over to the G string from the E string, it's my thumb that's going to push the bow over. And then when we come down, it's the top of my hand right here that's going to bring it down. So feel the thumb pushing it up and release. Up and release. We're going to talk about where to put the bow on the string so that we can have the best sound possible as a beginner. You're going to want to find the balance point. That's the point where it balances on your finger like this. And that is the part we want to stick on the string because that's little minimal work for you. It's going to balance with your hand on it. So you don't have to do a lot of work. Find your balance point. Try not to place it over the blackboard or too close to the bridge. Find a place in the middle. And give yourself enough bow so that you can reach the middle of the bow. And then try it up bow. Back to balance point. So we're going to try this a few times from balance point to the middle. And if you find that you're hearing a crunchy tone, it means that you're putting way too much weight from your hand onto the string. We don't want to lift up from our elbow, but we also don't want to press down. If it starts at the balance point, it doesn't need us to do any work for us. The bow will just play. Try to remember the bow exercises that we did. You want your hand to go down like an elevator and to go up, down and up. If your wrist doesn't move, what's going to happen is the bow will come off of the part where we want it to be. So you must have flexibility in your wrist, your fingers, and your elbow. They all have to work together. So watch what happens if my wrist doesn't move properly. Okay, so if that's what you're experiencing, if your bow is sliding across your strings, you're not moving enough from the wrist. Let's try moving with just our fingers. Just the fingers at the balance point. You're going to, and you're going to scoop them back up. Okay. So your fingers can do quite a bit of movement. If you only do your fingers and nothing else, you're going to get a crunchy tone. But your fingers can move the bow as well. And you want to be able to control your bow with your fingers for more advanced techniques. So this is a bow exercise that you want to work on. You can go to the middle of your bow, move it with your fingers, and scoop it back up. Find your bow hold. Down, and scoop it back up. And that pinky is very important for this type of exercise. We're going to start the same exercise down here at the frog and see how much harder that is. So now I want you to place your bow at the frog and do a down bow with a lift, and notice if you can hear a ringing tone coming out of your instrument. So after you lift, you're going to reset and place your bow. Go down, lift, reset, and place your bow. We call this a retake. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to retake it from different parts of your bow. So we'll start at the balance point, and we'll retake to the center, and then we will retake to the top. Let's go to the top. Come back to the center. Come to the frog.